Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video we are going to learn how to configure SSL VPN on FortiGate Firewall step by step. Let's first understand this simple diagram before we start the configuration. On the left you can see a remote user. This can be an employee working from home or traveling. The users connect securely through the internet using SSL encryption. In the center we have our FortiGate firewall which acts as the secure gateway. It verifies the user credentials and builds an encrypted tunnel. Once connected, the user can safely access the internal network, servers and applications just like they are in the office. So now that you understand how SSL VPN works, let's move into the FortiGate GUI. We will configure three main things: user and group creation, SSL VPN portal and settings. First, log in into the FortiGate GUI. Now on the left side, click on VPN and then open SSL VPN setting. You can see this live on the screen. Under listen on interface, select your WAN interface. This is your internet facing port. Next, in the listen on port option, enter your preferred port number. By default it's 443, but I will type 10443 for this setup. For server certificate, by default Fortinet factory certificate. Now scroll down to restrict access. Here you can limit which IP ranges can access your SSL VPN. And authentication and porter selections, the most important this section is, and in DNS server you can also specify the DNS server configuration. The most important section is authentication portal mapping. Here you need to select your users and assign them to a portal. If you don't have user set, don't worry, you will create a local user next and then click OK to save this configuration. And in all other users groups we also need to select the portal. So I will select full access and press OK, and now press apply to save the changes. In the SSL VPN portals, there are two modes. That is tunnel mode. In tunnel mode, only specific network traffic goes through the FortiGate, and in the full mode, all your internet traffic passes through the FortiGate for extra security. You can see in the live screen, and in the routing address override, you can also type your server address or what you want to access, and you can also define the source IP pool, the IP range that the remote user will get after connecting with the Forti client. And host check, there is also features and option to enable Forti client download directly from the portal for users convenience, and press OK to save. This is the SSL VPN portal configuration. So now we want to create the local users, means via which authentication will be processed. So for that, go to user and authentication, user definition, then click on create new, select local user, type a username and password, and then click next and submit to save the username and its password. Now go back to SSL VPN setting and add these users to your portal in the authentication or portal mapping sections, and then click OK to save the everything. And finally we need to allow the SSL VPN traffic for this. So that is for we need to configure policy, firewall policy, what we want to access. Set the incoming interface and SSL VPN tunnel interface and the outgoing interface as your internal network, that is LAN. Now open your Forti client on your systems and enter your public IP address and the port number along with the username and password you just created. And once connected, you will be securely accessing your internal network through FortiGate SSL VPN, and that's how you configure SSL VPN on a FortiGate firewall. So guys, thank you for watching video.